Job search can be overwhelming, both emotionally and logistically. There's just so much to keep track of, and it can be hard to remember what jobs you've applied for, who referred you for those jobs, what information you've submitted, etc. It's just flying up in the air like a disorganized mess. I don't know about you, but I hate feeling this way, and that's how I felt when I first started my job search. So at the beginning of August, I started using a job tracker. What is a job tracker, you may ask me? Well, it's a spreadsheet or a tool that tracks all of your job applications and all of the relevant information when it comes to all of the different applications. It's essentially a project management tool for you on your mission of finding your next dream job. So in this video, I want to talk about the benefits of using a job application tracker, how to get started with one, and what I would recommend tracking. And if we haven't met yet, hi, my name is Masha and I'm a career strategist helping you grow your career strategically by working smarter, not harder. If that's something that you would like to do more of in your life, subscribe to this YouTube channel and give this video a like because it really helps with the algorithm. If you find a job tracker a useful tool, please give this video a like. I appreciate you. Thank you. Searching for jobs sucks. It's just a fact, especially since a lot of it is a numbers game. The more jobs you apply to, the more chances you have of finding the right opportunity. However, the more you apply, the more rejections that you're going to get, and that can be emotionally draining. So to be honest, this is where the first benefit of having a job application tracker comes in for me. It's the emotional aspect for it, because you start seeing your job applications as numbers. You start seeing them as statistics, as the statistical probability of finding that dream job, that new opportunity that you are looking for. Rejection doesn't hurt me as much when I see everything in one place, because I see it is just a number. I don't see these opportunities as the only job there ever was. I can see all of the other ones that are still active, that are still pending. So essentially, it helps you maintain perspective and see the bigger picture. At least that's been one of the benefits that I've experienced. So that's the emotional benefit. Now the logistical benefit, and especially for someone like me who needs to have things organized, otherwise my brain goes crazy, the logistical benefit is that you have everything in one place. You can track all of the information that you need to keep track of. And we will talk about all of the things that I recommend tracking later down in the video, but basically you have it all in one place, including your notes, contacts, etc. It's essentially a project management tool that allows you to keep track of all the important information relevant to that particular job application. I'm doing this because I have them in rows. So these are my rows, my different applications, and you can keep track of all the different statuses. You can create personalized dashboards, etc., and essentially approach this process, the job searching process, as a project manager, which is great in my opinion. It definitely gives me a sense of control that I really need in this pretty vulnerable activity. It allows you to stay on top of the process, zooming in and out. No, the other way around, zooming in and out as you need, instead of just trying to keep it all in your head and mixing and matching information, etc., and feeling quite disoriented and lost when you get a response for a job that you don't remember applying for. So now the question is, how do you get started with a job application tracker? There are so many different templates and tools out there. You can find software, you can find simple spreadsheets. Just honestly, in your search engine of choice, search for keywords job application tracker template or job application tracker tool, and you will find so many different options. I'm a spreadsheet kind of girl, so I went with a spreadsheet template that I then customized to track some of the things that I wanted to track. For example, I wanted to track whether I've been referred for a role or whether I applied without a referral. And in particular, I was very interested in the response rate, meaning I get a response, whether it's a yes or no, but I get a response. And I was trying to compare what the response rate for non-referrals and for referrals would be like, and present that information to you in a different video, which I've already published. You can see it over here. here, or also in the comments, in the description box below. There's going to be an active link there too. So I searched for a spreadsheet template and I found one on the Muse. I will leave a link to it in the description below if you're curious to find it or if you want to use it too. But once I had my template, I customized it to track all the different things that I wanted to track. There are so many different options. The choice is yours. There are spreadsheet templates, there are tools, there are free options, there are paid options. It just really depends on what you are looking for, etc. I know that there are some job application trackers that integrate into the platforms that you fill out job application forms through, and so they get all of that data, get all of that information, and automatically update your stuff. And of course, that costs money. Saves you time, but costs money. I wanted a hands-on option that I could customize, so I went straight for the spreadsheet. And yes, I do have to update it manually, but I kind of see it as a benefit because every time a rejection comes in, it helps me ground myself in the numbers game. And I'm like, okay, well, look at all of the ones that I still am waiting for a response for, or look at all of the ones that I've received a positive response for. You know, numbers game helps you, or at least it helps me. So what would I track in a job application tracker if I were you? First of all, the company and the job title that you have applied for. I also have created a separate document where I started just copying and pasting the job title, the company, and the job description after I was about to interview for a role that has just been taken down. So I couldn't find it online anymore in order to refresh my memory on what they're looking for exactly. So I started saving that separately too. I have two running documents there, Google spreadsheet and also a Google Doc. Google Doc is where I have the descriptions, and I just use the find functionality in order to find which one I'm looking for. I would also track the company, believe I already said that, and the salary range that they either display, because I know in certain states in the United States they need to display that. Colorado is one of them. So I make sure that I capture that information either in my document or in the spreadsheet, just wanting to make sure that it's not taken down before I can record it. And some job applications will ask you for your expected salary range. So that's what I also track in my job tracker, and I specify that I've asked for that. I would also track if you got referred for a role and who referred you for it, because it's always nice to send them a thank you note once you do get hired. The other information that I would track is contact information. When was your last communication? When should you follow up if you should follow up? What platform are you communicating on, especially if it's not email? And once you start hearing back from these companies, track what stage of the interview process you're at. Track who you've interviewed with, record their names and titles, and any notes that you've had from those interviews. It would be great to debrief after every single interview in your notes, just so that you can refresh your memory when preparing for the next interview, or just, before the next interview, so that you can refer the employee name that you have interviewed before, because that really shows that you are prepared and that you care. Finally, something that I haven't thought of, but my friend Michaela mentioned to me when I was telling her about my job application tracker, is tracking which version of your resume or your CV you have applied with, because we should be adjusting our resumes for the keywords, etc., and showcasing relevant experience. So I have not been doing that. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have not been doing that. My downloads folder is full of all of the different versions of my resume, and I have no idea which ones I applied for unless I used the job title name in the name of the file. But otherwise, the naming convention of these resumes is crazy. Blah blah, resume old, old. You know the drill. But essentially, it would be very helpful if you were able to track that too, because you would understand what is in front of the interviewer as they're interviewing you, because you know which resume you've submitted for this role. You can also track so many different things out there. Whatever you want, your imagination is the limit, or the functionality of the tool you're using if you are using a software system. However, it allows you to keep everything together and even visualize the data if you wanted to, if you're a nerd like me and want to have a dashboard. I will say starting a job application tracker has been a game changer. Having everything in one place takes the pressure away from my brain trying to make sense of it all. I know that I'm not confusing things. Nothing is, the lines are not being blurred together, etc. So it's been very, very helpful. And also it's been so incredibly great at keeping perspective and seeing the bigger picture with every rejection email, because they will happen. It's part of the game, and it is what it is. But this enables you to see the bigger picture. It enables you to see every other job application as a number, because it is. You can do this. You will find something that is worth your time and energy, a company that will recognize you and value for what you can bring to the table, for what you have to offer. And so will I. It just might take time. Let me know in the comments if you've ever used a job application tracker, or if it's the first time you're hearing about it. Super curious about your job search stages, experiences, etc. So let me know all of that good stuff in the comments. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, and give it a like, because it helps with the algorithm, helps spread my message, and you're supporting my channel through that. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So if this information has been helpful, give it a like. I appreciate you for that. You can also find me on other social media as Stereotype Breakers. Excited to be friends on all the different platforms. Have a wonderful time today you're currently experiencing. Bye.